Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Robby Rahmad. I'm from PBI 4. My attendance list is number 25. Here I want to read my reading task from the Little Reading Book, Chapter 11, Learning the Difference Between Play and Sport. This article discusses the role sport have in developing character and contributing to education. Albert William, the writer of this article, is a teacher and an enthusiastic sportsman. 1. I like fun. This is an acquired taste and can be overdone, but fun is important to me. This rather bizarre task makes me an avid player of all sport and a fantastic spectator. Fun raises sport from the level of entertainment to that of human achievement, and I consider it central to a human education. 2. I became conscious of the difference between play and sport when I helped organize a sandlot football team at the age of 12. Since this was a child-directed example, our friends didn't know where we were activity. We had to figure out what we would do. The first thing was to schedule a game with a similar theme from a nervous tone. 3. It never occurred to us to practice or prepare for the game except to do what we had done for years around, pass the football and yell. The result was catastrophic. Our opponents were prepared. They slaughtered us. Half the team was injured and all of us were humiliated. Follow the leader. 4. It dawned on us that we were engaged in sport, not in play. If we were to play decently, let alone win, we would have to prepare, and the only way was to learn the discipline of practice. 5. Looking back, I realized that at the moment we underwent a profound experience. We entered to a social contract that bound us together with ties still strong after more than 30 years. 6. Our quarterback enforced his role on us. He was never elected captain or coach, but simply assumed this office. His poise was centurion, and his will was indomitable. He focused my attention on the importance of fans and direction to it. 7. We had been forced around unmercifully by a larger and stronger opponent. On our 5-yard line, he told the team he would take the ball on every play until we lost it. And from the look in his eyes, we all knew we had better not lose it. He was not large, and it seemed false to plunge into the center of the line, especially since he had no pads or helmet to protect him. 8. The first rush caught the other team by surprise, and he went for 10 yards. On the second plunge, they stiffened, but we still moved for 60 yards. We inched forward. After the first few rushes, it was clear that our offense consisted of one play off the center. By the time we had penetrated to their 30-yard line, our quarterback was covered with dust and blood, but still giving the same command: snap the ball to me on 3. 9. A surprising thing happened. The opposition claimed we have moved 5, then 10, then 15 yards until the touchdown was made. 10. One boy determined to break his opponents regardless of personal agony had demoralized 11 other boys, all as big as or bigger than he, and as good or better football players. Their undoing was their inability to understand how the human will can drive the body to do things that they feared. 11. I have never forgotten that day and the lesson I learned. Like my teammates, I had a healthy fear of pain, but I realized that this fear could be overcome and that the man who could overcome it had a distinct advantage. At the moment, I became a sportsman. 12. In the years since, I have used that lesson well. Fan of one sort or another is everywhere. It is painful to confront a problem in mathematics that you can't solve. It is excruciating to roll blank paper into a typewriter and have no work, calm for hours. It's hard to give a lecture that puts students to sleep or worse that is terrible but violent. 3 th- 13. These are mental agonists, but they are no less real than the physical, and I'm convinced that learning to live with and transcend physical pain can give one the strength to conquer the mental variety. Onward and upward. 14. And so I have continued to punish myself. Even at the slow pace I run, it hurt. My past 10 and touch football are becoming fuzzy and less clean. The weight get heavier to lift. Even when they add up to the same total, I don't bounce quite so lightly anymore. And a judo throw, it is still worth it for my will refined period, though I must lower my physical sink. 5. 15, and more and more. I have become a painful spectator for what I think I see in sport and the progress by which young people become mature men and women. I realize that modern psychology has claimed that sport doesn't build character. It is true that sport may not improve a person, just as a college education is often worth. 16th, I choose to teach because I 16th, I choose to teach because I truly and think that a human education can or must create better people. And I firmly believe that sports are a fundamental part of that education. To know of what one is capable both mentally and physically is to know the scope of one's freedom, and that is what education is all about. Okay, that's all about my reading in chapter 11. I'm sorry for my mistake and my pronounce. And the last, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.